And now today in Israel, the response that this is evoking and the emotions that are behind this. Now, when you're actually out on the streets talking about this, do you come under attack and your team come under attack?
Oh, we got so many emails from Yad L'Achim and from other Orthodox Jews and other people threatening us. If you don't stop this, we're going to kill you. If you don't stop this, we're going to burn you. If we just ignore it, we just respond in love. Now, the Bible talks about wisdom. We're to have wisdom. We're not that fear, but we're to do everything in wisdom. Now, what we do is we go out with groups. We have about 10 cars right now of volunteers and people working with the ministry. And what we do is we go to one block, let's say Haifa. We take one block, 4 people get in the car, they blast the post boxes, they get in the car and they run away to another place. So we do this really like an FBI, like a SWAT team or something. We just do it real quick, blast, leave, in order for them not to have enough time, to persecute us. And if they do persecute us, we'll just love them and proclaim the name of Jesus. But we're doing it in wisdom. We're not going in one neighborhood and hanging around for 2 hours. We're blasting, and moving on to another neighborhood. We've already handed out, in my opinion, over 130,000 CDs.
What sort of relationship does your ministry have then with law enforcement? I mean, do you ever have any trouble when you go out and witness?
Well, one thing about Israel is it's not illegal to preach the gospel. There's no law against it. You can't go to a restaurant and preach unless you have permission from the restaurant owner. But every place that's public and is before 11 p.m. at night, you can pretty much do whatever you want. But once again, the problem is not the government. The problem is not the law. The problem is the Sanhedrin. And the Sanhedrin are over the government. Our persecution comes from them and not from the law. The law is supposed to protect us, but unfortunately they don't really protect us. They protect them. Many times there's been a lot of riots. The police come and somehow the Sanhedrin just convince them that we're wrong and they're always right. But that's just the way it is. We have a lot of persecution, dangerous persecution in Israel. I mentioned that it's not a good idea to go with a cross. And I remember what we do usually, if we have groups coming in, we bring Israelis with us. We bring, let's say, some people from the States or other places that want to go out and witness. We do a little class. Okay, this is what we recommend to do. You pray. And we recommend not to take an Old Testament and not to provoke them with a cross. Not take a New Testament, sorry. And not to take a cross. And of course they listen. But there was one time we went to the Orthodox city of Bnei Brak, which is all Orthodox over there, all black clothes, everything. They don't have television. It's kind of like the 100 Gates in Jerusalem. And we went there with 4 believers and 2 women believers and my wife. And one of the evangelists, Michael, he forgot that in his Bible there was a cross. Mm. He forgot in his Old Testament. And we were doing evangelism. We were having a wonderful time sharing about 3 hours. And then one time they caught the cross. And before we knew it, it was 10 minutes. We had 15 Orthodox Jews, big men, surrounding us like a pack of wolves, screaming at us. We got a video on a few minutes on YouTube of it. My wife was able to get some footage of it, screaming at us. And it was just like what Paul was going through, what Yeshua was going through. You could see the rage. You could see the anger that they had. And we ended up having 5 policemen on motorcycles. Here we have, the law did get us out, escorting us out of the city. They managed to get 300-400 Orthodox Jews behind us, screaming at us. And these motorcycles are escorting us out. Hmm. And I'll tell you, they broke our guitar, they broke my telephone, they ripped my Bible, they kicked me, they beat up one of the girls. It was really, really dangerous. So there is a lot of persecution here in Israel, just like there was in the time of Jesus. Nothing's changed. But once again, I'm not saying that it was anybody's fault, but I am saying when you do witnessing and they see that cross, it's not a good idea. It provokes them. It can cause a riot. And I think that's important for the Christians to realize.